Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Honey is supposed to be one of nature's most perfect foods, right? Pure, natural, made by bees from flower nectar. But here's the shocking truth that the honey industry doesn't want you to know. Most of the honey sold in American supermarkets is fake. I'm not exaggerating. Independent testing has found that a huge portion of imported honey sold in the U.S. is adulterated with cheap sugar syrups. And even some well-known brands are cutting their product with imported fake honey just to increase their profit margins. You're paying premium prices for what is essentially flavored sugar syrup with a tiny bit of real honey mixed in. Some products labeled honey actually contain no real honey at all, just rice syrup or corn syrup with artificial flavoring and coloring. By the end of this story, you'll know exactly which honey brands to avoid and how to spot the fakes. Number 7. Capilano Pure Honey. Let's start with a brand that's massive globally and frequently found in specialized sections or international aisles. Capilano dominates shelves with that iconic squeeze bottle. It's priced mid-range, but here's the problem. Despite the imagery of bees and flowers on the label, it's often not pure. They blend imported honey with local honey, and the ratio keeps changing based on what's cheapest at the moment. The label might say, blend of local and imported honey in tiny print, but most people don't read that. You think you're buying high-quality honey, but you're getting a mixture that could be 70% imported. And that imported honey? It's often from regions where honey fraud is rampant. Independent testing has shown markers consistent with adulteration in their samples. The chemical signature suggested added sugars, not pure honey. What really bothers me is the deliberate deception. The packaging emphasizes the company's heritage to make you think it's a pure local product. It's not. Number 6. Great Value Honey, Walmart brand. Walmart's house brand honey is everywhere because it's cheap, but it's absolute garbage. The label usually mentions a blend of different origins, which is code for mostly cheap imported honey with a splash of the real stuff so they can legally market it. Independent testing has shown that supermarket house brands have the highest rates of adulteration. These products consistently fail purity tests, containing markers of added rice syrup or corn syrup. The taste is a dead giveaway. It's overly sweet with a one-dimensional flavor and a slightly chemical aftertaste. Real honey has complex flavors that vary by the flower. This just tastes like syrup. The texture is also wrong. It stays permanently liquid and never crystallizes. Real honey crystallizes over time because it's a supersaturated sugar solution. If it stays liquid forever, it's either heavily processed or fake. It also has suspiciously low pollen counts because it's been ultra-filtered to hide its geographical origin. Number 5. Market Pantry Honey, Target brand. Same story as Walmart, different label. This house brand is often just cheap imported honey cut with syrup. You're getting mostly fake imported honey. What makes this category particularly bad is the ultra-filtration. They filter this honey so heavily that it contains almost no pollen. Why? Because pollen is the fingerprint of where the honey came from. By removing it, they can hide the origin and avoid detection of antibiotics, pesticides, or heavy metals. But ultrafiltration also removes the beneficial enzymes and antioxidants that make honey healthy. What you're left with is basically sugar water. The economics don't work. Real honey costs a lot to produce. When it's sold this cheap, it simply cannot be real. Number 4. Beechworth Honey. This one surprises people because Beechworth has great marketing and positions itself as a quality choice. They've got the rustic packaging and the heritage story. You pay premium prices for this. But like other big players, they blend imported honey with local honey. You're paying top-shelf prices for honey that is partly imported from questionable sources. They deliberately make you think it's 100% pure and local through their imagery of family farms. It's a deceptive tactic, an expensive company buying cheap imported honey, blending it, and charging you a premium. Independent testing has found chemical markers suggesting adulteration in their samples too. If your honey is pure, why not prove it? You deserve actual pure honey, not a blend. Number 3. A Lowry Pure Honey. A Lowry is positioned as a premium honey with beautiful packaging showing wildflowers and bees. You pay serious money for this. Surely at that price it's the real deal. Nope. The label says, "Blend of local and imported honey," in tiny print on the back. You're paying premium prices for a blend. What makes this particularly offensive is the word pure in the product name. A Lowry Pure Honey sounds like it's unblended, but pure is just a legal loophole, meaning there are no other additives. It doesn't mean it isn't blended with cheap imports. This is deliberately deceptive labeling. It's actually owned by the same parent company as Capilano, so it's the same people selling you blended honey under different names at different price points. Don't fall for it. Number 2. Honest to Goodness. This brand is often found in health food stores and organic sections. It's very expensive. The label says certified organic and shows ethical imagery. You'd think organic honey is safe, right? Wrong. First, this is often imported from places like Brazil or Mexico. While organic certification means the bees weren't treated with synthetic chemicals, it doesn't mean the honey isn't adulterated. Independent testing has found that even organic honey can be cut with organic rice syrup or organic cane sugar syrup. Organic certification tests usually don't even look for adulteration. Second, imported honey sits in shipping containers for months. Even if it was pure at the start, the nutrients and enzymes degrade during that time. You're paying premium prices for an inferior, traveled product that might still be fake. Number 1. Whole Foods 365. Certain blend. This is the one that makes me most angry. The Organic Mountain Forest, or similar house brand organic lines, are positioned as premium and ethical. You pay a massive premium, approaching what genuine artisan honey costs. But it's still problematic. Even with organic certification, this honey is often ultra-filtered and heavily processed. The organic label doesn't prevent ultrafiltration, which removes the pollen and the beneficial compounds. You're getting nutritionally depleted honey. Furthermore, it's often blended from multiple sources, meaning quality varies batch to batch. What makes this the worst is the price. At this point, you are paying the same price as genuine single-origin artisan honey from small beekeepers, but the money is going to a massive corporation. This product exists to capture the premium market while funneling money away from genuine producers. It's exploitation disguised as ethics. Here's what you need to understand. The honey industry is one of the most fraudulent food industries in the world. So, what should you buy instead? Here are the only brands worth your money. Number 1. Steen's Raw Manuka Honey. This is the real deal. They specialize in raw, unpasteurized Manuka honey. They test every batch and publish the methylglyoxal (MgO) content, which is the compound that gives honey its medicinal properties. You can literally track your jar back to the hive. It's raw and unfiltered, so you'll see bits of wax and pollen. That's a good sign. It's great for sore throats or wounds. Number 2. Savannah Bee Company. This is an excellent American brand. They focus on specific floral sources like tupelo or sourwood. Their honey is minimally processed, and they are incredibly transparent about their sourcing. When you taste their tupelo honey, you're tasting a unique, complex flavor that simply cannot be faked. Number 3. Local raw honey from farmers markets. This is your best bet. Look for raw unfiltered, and a single-source location. If you can talk to the beekeeper, that's your guarantee of quality. Real honey from a local source will vary by season. Sometimes it's light, sometimes it's dark. That variability is proof it's real. It will also crystallize, which is a sign of a healthy, natural product. Stop buying fake honey from supermarkets. Those squeeze bottles of cheap honey are just sugar syrup. You're wasting your money while destroying the market for genuine beekeepers. If this story shocked you, smash that like button. Share this with everyone you know. We need to stop the honey fraud. Subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to keep exposing these food industry scams. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next one.